In this video, I'll be discussing the proper perspectives you need to have for your voiceover business. Okay, so what specifically are we talking about when we're talking about proper perspectives regarding your voiceover business here in this video? I'm talking about auditioning. The number one thing that we can never get back here on planet Earth is time. So you need to be very, very careful how you spend your time to build your voiceover business. So my question to you is, how much time each day, each week, each month, and each year do you spend auditioning in the hopes, right, in the vague hopes that you'll be selected as that particular voiceover artist to get that particular job? Not talking about how many actual auditions you go and do, but how much time does this take? Do you have a dedicated amount of time that you spend every day, every week, going and auditioning? And what is your conversion rate? If you're like most, it's probably pretty low. Auditioning to me seems very similar in nature to having a voiceover agent. It is completely not necessary to have a voiceover agent in today's atmosphere if your conversion rate is super low, right? It begs the question, why do we continue to spend so much time auditioning in the hopes of getting a particular job, right? When most of the voiceover artists, their conversion rates are very low. Does that seem like a good use of your time? No, not at all. Auditioning to me seems very outdated and an old concept similar to when you once needed an agent, when you once needed to go into a studio outside of your home. It's an old concept. Yeah, you still need to audition. However, it's not like it used to be. Way back when I was young, when I was a kid, we had these trucks that came around and they sold ice cream. They rang their bell. They had their music playing. They let everybody that was around know that they were on the street. And if you wanted ice cream, now's the time to come out because they're not going to stay forever. I can't remember the last time I seen an ice cream truck. You know, I think they might have went out of business. But these ice cream trucks were always out there on the streets looking for customers. And that's the same thing that we do with our auditions as voiceover artists. These auditions are the same as us playing our music, ringing our bell, letting everyone know we're on the street. But is that a sound business plan? How many ice cream trucks do you see around the neighborhoods nowadays? Right? I cannot remember the last time I've seen an ice cream truck. Why? Probably because it's a stupid idea to go and chase customers. If you really think about it, what business who chases the customer? If you're a traveling salesman, okay, maybe, right? But how many traveling salespeople do you know? How many people do you know currently that are going door to door trying to sell something? The practice of the traveling salesperson is all but done away with. We have vehicles, we have the internet, we have stores. There's no need. Just think about Amazon. Amazon, you order online and within 2 days, if you're a Prime member, you got your package. So there's very little demand for somebody or something to go around and try to sell something. And that includes online. Any business that stood the test of time has a home base, right? Whether that's a digital home via a website or whether that's a brick and mortar home, at your local shop up the street. You don't want to be the ice cream truck driving around looking for customers auditioning, right? You don't want to look for your customers. You want your customers to look for you and find you. Trust me, there are people out there that are your customers that are looking for qualified voiceover artists to do what they need to do. Because we haven't, as voiceover artists, given our customers an alternative, right, to things like Voices123, Voices.com, and other places that we audition, right, then that falls on us, right? We don't want to be the voiceover ice cream truck chasing customers. We don't want to do that. That's an endless pursuit, right, that will never develop into a real business. Again, I just ask you, look around. How many ice cream trucks do you see out there selling ice cream anymore? Right? And for younger individuals out there, they probably have no clue what I'm even talking about. Right? They're like, ice cream truck? What is that? Well, yeah, there used to be trucks that came around the neighborhood and sold ice cream, right? That's old folks. But we don't want to be that ice cream truck owner. We don't want to be going out of business, right? We want to build and establish a real business. And we need a home. And we need to promote, market, and brand that home, whether that's a digital home via a website or whether that's a brick and mortar spot. Either way, the important thing, right, is to transition out of the mindset of that traveling salesman constantly auditioning, right? Just think if you went and you took all that time, right, that you spent auditioning to build up a website, right, to build your website up, and then going and marketing and promoting that particular website and your services, right? What is the return on that? YouTube videos like the one you're watching right now. YouTube is ranked number 2, right? And is owned by the number 1 search engine, right? People go to YouTube to learn, to search out things, how-tos, whatever else, right? But people are also going there, right, to find voiceover artists. Hey, who's doing what? You got to understand, video marketing is very powerful. And if you are branding yourself and promoting yourself with video and you get these videos ranked, people will automatically find you through these videos. This is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video right now, to help future customers come and find me. Each one of the videos that I put out here, they're like a small little advertisement for my services. And the more videos I put out, the easier it is for my customers, right, my ideal target customers, to find me. It's pretty simple to understand. Stop auditioning, not altogether, because obviously with certain things, you still need to audition. I'm not saying not to audition at all or never to audition. Obviously, you still need to audition for some things. Audiobooks on ACX is a great example. You might still need to go and audition there. Not a biggie. But transform your time, right? The time and energy that you're using to audition, transform that and turn that, redirect that into marketing and branding and promoting your website, your services, because that's something you can control. You can't control Fiverr and Voice Bunny and Voices123 or whatever other platforms you might be trying to utilize. Cut out the middleman. Go directly to the source and allow your customers to find you. What do you think Fiverr does? Fiverr is really incredible at their marketing and promotions. That's why Fiverr is growing so much. Same thing with Udemy. Udemy has so many customers coming to it. That's more for online learning. But if you create courses, that's a great place to throw up a course and get a lot of traffic, because Udemy continually markets and promotes all of these courses. There's already an established market for what you're trying to sell, whether that's on Fiverr, whether that's on Udemy, whether it's wherever, right? You need to decide whether you are going to take control over your business. So going back real quick to the ice cream truck in my neighborhood, I miss that ice cream truck. Love ice cream. But as much as I love that ice cream truck, right, back in the day, what I didn't like is not knowing whether or not the truck would come a particular day when I wanted ice cream. There was a lot of instability, a lot of unknown with that ice cream truck, right? At the end of the day, I never knew whether he would show up or not. And it didn't matter whether I wanted ice cream or not, right? So it's really important to understand that stability equals trust. And trust, at the end of the day, equals sales. So how are you going to get that? How are you really going to get that from auditions? How are you going to create stability? How are you going to create that stability and that trust by doing auditions? Right? Because what you want is to create a brand, a reputation that your customers know. Every single successful business out there, whether McDonald's, Subway, you name it, right? Chick-fil-A, Starbucks, whatever it is, they have developed a brand and a reputation, and people know them by their reputation, by their brands. So, are you a voiceover ice cream truck? Or are you a voiceover ice cream shop? Because with a shop, a stationary place, whether online or brick and mortar, when you have a stationary spot, people can find you. But if you're moving all around, like the ice cream truck, people are never going to find you. You don't want to chase after the customers. You want the customers to chase after you, to come to you. Honestly, again, going back real quick, what other person or business other than the ice cream truck owner goes out like that and seeks the customer? I don't know of any. McDonald's doesn't go, right? I'm just using McDonald's. Everybody knows McDonald's. McDonald's doesn't go out, right, and try to get a customer. They throw up a huge M, right, for McDonald's, right, or whatever it is. They have their brand colors. They have their logo, their symbol, right? Everybody knows in the neighborhood where the McDonald's is, where the Chick-fil-A is. So it's really important to have a home base. And it's really important to go and to focus on establishing your brand, your identity, right? And market and promote that. Stability equals trust. Trust, at the end of the day, equals sales. Okay? And you're never going to get that you're never going to get the trust, right, to make those sales by doing auditions, right? People need to know, like, and trust you. And they can't do that simply with an audition. There is no way for them to know you, trust you, or like you, right? You may have the best possible convincing, trustworthy voice out there, right? But that's only a small equation in the bigger picture for people to know you, to like you, and to trust you. You got to put yourself out there for that to happen, right? And that's why I'm stressing so much. to redirect your time away from auditioning so much. Audiobooks, yes. Everything else, grain of salt. Be very, very selective as to what you give your time to audition to.